Good evening all, hope we are all doing well. Welcome to Affinity Racing. Hope we are looking forward to this one. I certainly am. It is it's the third race of this season for the brand new, or it would be brand new, or it was brand new a few weeks ago, for the British Heart Foundation GT3 Championship. I need to sort my microphone out a little bit, but this is actually the first race that I am doing. So I've missed the first two through work and through gigs with the band and all that sort of thing. And tonight is the first night that I get to actually take part in one of the races. Craig, how are you doing? Good evening. I'm off to do Samba buses on GT Sport. Have a good one. No worries at all, mate. Hope you enjoy that. Let's find where we are at. Rooms with friends. That'll do nicely. There we go. Round 3. We are at Catalunya tonight. And one of my many excuses, firstly, is that I haven't had much practice. And I feel like I have been saying that for the past few rounds, which annoyingly is genuinely the truth. I haven't had much of a chance to get some laps in. So we're going to jump straight into track and get some of that done now. Like deployed from Craig, what a hero. Thank you very much, mate, as always. Let me just quickly double check something here. Yes, all good. Right, cool. Cool. Right, Rico is streaming this one as well, so if anyone's tuning in tonight that isn't doing the racing itself, then I strongly suggest you go check out Rico's channel also. Rico will actually be streaming this in full VR, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I haven't seen I've seen his stream go live, but obviously I've been setting mine up at the same time, so I haven't seen his yet. Yes, recover some points. Adam, how are you doing? Definitely need to catch up. So basically, I've got 5 rounds to catch up and make up enough time, or enough points rather, to basically eliminate or what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of undo the good efforts of Adam in the first 2 rounds, and anybody else who stands a good chance of winning this championship. I'm sad to say it's probably already out of bounds. It's probably already out of reach, if I'm being realistic. It really is, but we can only do our best, that's for sure. Alright, oops. Hopefully the lighting looks maybe a little bit better on stream. I don't quite know. Hey Timmy, how we doing? Vicar, how we doing? Oh dear. Oh. Why does Siri think that I'm talking to it? Wait a minute. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Cancel. There we go. Right, yeah, so hopefully everybody thinks, or can confirm firstly, that the stream looks and sounds all okay. We got a new bit of lighting on the stream, so hopefully it looks a little bit better as well. Stu, how are we doing, mate? I apologise. Stu, I was meant to drop you a message earlier. Not that you would have known, so you're not going to feel not that you would have known any different, but I was meant to drop you a message earlier just to see how you were getting on, because it feels like it's been a very long time since I actually managed to speak to you. I'll see you on stream. Hope we're doing well. Missed 2 races and didn't get kicked. Yeah, I dropped out of one. Yeah, one I knew that I couldn't do from the start, and I don't know if someone took my place on that one or not, I'm not too sure. And then one I did drop out last minute, so oh god. So I did say to the lads, look, that's 2 that I've missed, but you know, rest assured I'll be doing the rest. But ooh. My laptop's in a slightly different position this stream though, so I'm trying to read the comments and then I literally have to look totally away from the screen, which isn't very good. Right, I'm just getting a little bit of practice in at the moment, just lapping it on the medium tyres. This is literally my first bit of practice. except for 2 laps I did earlier. I set a lobby up and then ran out of time and done two laps, and that was it. Oh dear. Need a new shoulder. How was that then? You done some damage to it or something, or? Waiting for the NHS. Well, I imagine you'll probably be waiting a while, sadly, isn't it? But as annoying as ever. What you actually done then, mate? Hope you're all right. Does that mean you can't? Does that mean you can't race at the moment as well? Then you're not able to do too much, or? Life of adventures. Does that mean you've got a good story to tell on how you've damaged your shoulder? I hope so. Right, there we go then. Into quali we go. Like having a broken arm, but all the time. I would certainly say that sounds a bit less than ideal, doesn't it? Now if I click exit here, yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Car settings. Right, let's get out on the soft tyre. This is the first time tonight then that I'll have been out on the soft tyre. So here's to hoping as we pass Vicar in the pits there, I think. I'm also going to get a gauge on how quick or how bad the tyres degrade on the softs. Much better grip than the mediums, of course. Go then. First lap, let's see how we do. Flying lap. That's a good start. Running wide, a little bit too much speed in the final corner. By no means going to be the best lap that I've ever done this. I tend to manage like okay around Catalunya. It's one of those tracks where you've got to get into a little bit of a rhythm with it first, I think. I just got stopped there so much quicker than I thought I would do. Well off the pace. 42.6. Go for another lap. Make this our in lap. Just as well we're making it our in lap. Because it's not going to make for a very good quick lap. That's for sure. I've easily got the ability to get down into the 41s, but I'll be honest with you, without that much practice, I don't think I'll be able to do too much better than that. Brian's already set a 40.4. Rapidly quick, 40.4. Into the pits. Now then. So, slightly different setup as well for the series this season. We've got now an endurance race, essentially. Still racing for about an hour, but this time it is 1 hour plus a lap, as it normally is, as opposed to, I think Rico used to go through and kind of work out where a 45 to an hour's long race would sit in terms of number of laps and things like that. But this time around, we've got literally 1 hour plus a lap, which is not too bad for the likes of Catalunya and all that sort of stuff. You kind of know where you are with that. But where that is going to be pretty difficult is trying to time that and work that out for something like the Nurburgring, because we have the Nordschliefe. I think it's actually the next round, round number 4, is the Nordschliefe. So something like that makes it pretty tricky, because if you can time that where you cross the line just after it hits 0 versus just before, you know, trying to do an extra lap or eke out another lap of fuel or tyres is not too bad on a track like this. Well, tyres is pretty... this track's pretty brutal actually in terms of tyres, but you know what I mean, on those sort of shorter laps, if you misjudge that or mistime that just so slightly on the Nordschliefe, then you're in for a bit of trouble, or it can really, really hamper your race. You could cross the line first with a couple of seconds left. If you've got someone right behind you that's going to push you over that line, knowing they can go an extra lap and you kind of perhaps can't, what do you do? So I'm going to be looking forward to that for sure. That's the one where I know that I can do well in terms of a lap, but the race is where that is going to be kind of where the results are going to play out and make the biggest difference, of course. Let's go. am, of course, realising is I'm kind of out of sync with everybody else at the moment. I don't know how that's going to play into things. Everybody else seems to have gone out round about similar times. I don't know if anybody's tripped over each other yet. Not quite where I want to be there. Might be into the 41s, yeah, 41.4, literally an entire second off of Brian in P1 for Brian. Pretty stupid to look there because he was fastest lap and then I was trying to find him on the leaderboard. Obviously, he'd be P1. A 10th up there. Still wasn't the best. We had a slight wiggle through turn 1. See if we can keep this up. No! Oh, that's an all lost right there. Right, I wonder if we can get back into the pits again then. Should just have enough time actually, we should be okay to do that. But what it will mean is that this is our final lap. This will be our final lap and then we're watching everybody else cross the line, so... Rightio. No! Don't burn these set of tyres up, come on. Things just start clouding over there a little bit now. Definitely feeling a little bit less grip. Let's go. That number's blue. I didn't catch by how much. Oh, nearly a 10th. Carlos is within half a second in front of me. Oh, now it's not the case. That might be track limits. I might be alright. It might be track limits. See what this is going to be. 41 point... I didn't catch what it was. 41.0 I think it was. I think it was just under a 0.1. P7. I'm not so sure. Carlos was just in front of us there then. I think he's improved, but we've improved also, so he remains in front. Rico just behind us, but he's still running at the moment. He could improve. Everybody's still running, this is the thing, so we could end up dropping down. Obviously we were going to be first across the line. As it stands, Larry's just behind. Oh no, Adam's pipped. Brian, look at that. Wow, 40.3. I'm still in the 41s, so I need to really try and think through strategy here. We need to use all 3 tyre compounds in this race, which I think will see us through the race. I don't know if anybody's going to kind of do anything too different, to be honest. I'm not too sure what's going to be the best way to go. But we've got an hour, so we've got roughly 30 laps. It's going to be a struggle, this one, I think, for sure. Alright, what predictions can we get in here then? I think a podium is going to be probably out of reach. But normally I like to try and think, oh, I'll try and aim for a podium, but it's going to be so far out of practice, I think. That is absolutely not going to be happening. I think we have, I'm not sure if we have a grid start or not, or if it is, I think it is rolling start. Right, P7 it is. Rico's only a 10th behind us. I'm going to start on the mediums, go as far as we kind of can on those. Right, here we go. Almost just got ourselves a false start there. It's a decent launch. It is a really decent launch. I've just been watching the 2011 Spanish Grand Prix. That was almost aiming for that Fernando Alonso start, overtaking I think the two Red Bulls, the McLarens. That is what we had to aim for there, and we actually not too far off getting it. We're up to P5, 2 positions gained. And we managed actually to get ourselves past Adam as well. Going for quite an aggressive start here actually, it seems, in comparison to everybody else. I don't know what tyres they're all starting on. Oh, almost lost it there. Carlos out front though, with a tremendous start for him. Right, let's go, come on. Oh, there you go, someone's already into the pits, having done just 1 lap on the hard tyre. I think I'm almost getting a great move there. He's ended up running just a little bit too wide. Which ends up being quite unlucky, to be fair. Right, we've got a good run on Eddie here. Could we or should we have a look to the inside? Not this time round. Look at that, Carlos setting a fastest lap, about as quick as his qualifying time, 40.9, rapidly quick. This is where I do now need to start looking at fuel saving and trying to think about the longer race beyond just these couple of laps. Brian's the main one that I need to watch, I think, at the moment for this one. I think he and Adam obviously are fairly high up in the championship. I need to actually re-look at the table and remind myself of who's where. I was meant to do that before the race. So that I would have myself a bit of an idea of who's worth battling and worrying about and needing to watch where they are during the race. Adam right behind me here. Oh, bit of contact. Let Eddie keep that one there. Adam's now going to go at the inside. Oh, here we go. Easier to just let Adam through at that point. I just wanted to be safe there and give Eddie the place back. I didn't want to be picking up penalties or damage. Oh, a little love tap there as well to Adam. As we all Constantina into the big braking zone. Almost just took a bit too much curb there. Just starting to settle in a little bit on the mediums now. And to be honest with you, now starting to just try and look at fuel saving a little bit. Front left, as always, being the one that takes the most punishment around here. always just so cautious on getting down on the power there, but it makes such a difference in lap time. Catching up to these two now as well. Eddie might have to start looking at being slightly defensive in some places. Oh, not sure if Adam will have a penalty there. I'm not sure if it's the white line or if it's the red. I think it is the edge of the red line. Just forever losing time to Carlos out front though, which was probably to be expected, but as annoying as it is to see that red number constantly increasing. Good there, might have a penalty. I think we're okay. Right, Vicker's in on the softs. So he's got 8 laps out of them there. 15 minutes of run time. Which is good to know. But what are we going to get out of these mediums? I do wonder. I think we've maybe got another 4 laps in them. Maybe. I've just realised there, that's Eddie in front of us now. Adam's actually managed to get past him. Perhaps Eddie struggling either for tyres. Maybe in that McLaren, I'm not too sure. I know that fuel-wise I must be doing an alright job on fuel because Vicker went in with 39% and we've got quite a bit more than that. But he has been on the soft, so he will have been pushing that a little bit more, I think. Which explains why he went for the move on us. That probably made a bit of sense to try and get through. Fuel, 38% for us now. We've done an extra lap, we're at 38% fuel now. Not the best at lifting coast into the corners, but almost lost that there, almost lost that. Right, that's where we're now starting to struggle with that front left, really feeling it there through turn 3. And turn 4, to be fair, I think this is now going to be the time to pit. Carlos has made those soft tyres last for 10 laps. $11 laps rather. So Brian's up ahead, 5 seconds, the gap. Carlos going to come out on. I'm just trying to keep an eye there. Comes out on the mediums, so we're going to also have a check of where Carlos pits, or when he pits rather. Almost into the wall. Oh no, almost into the wall. Oh my word. Right, what do we do here? What do we do? Let's work this out. Let's do the soft tyres and see how many laps we get out of the softs. Angela, how are we doing? Stop by, leave a like. Before I put Byron to bed. Fair play. Appreciate it, Angela. Hope we're all doing well. Hope Byron's doing good. I think I'm going to struggle here. We're going to refuel for, let's say, 12, just in case we can stretch the tyres for that many laps. John also into the pits there. Oh, Scott with some slightly jumpy connection. Sorry, Scott. I'm sure when you watch the stream, you see that wasn't my fault. I think he was also trying to get out of the way anyways. Cheers, buddy. Right, there's Adam in to the pits. Oh, look at that. Adam and Eddie with very, very low fuel. Now then, because of my pretty poor pit entry, this isn't going to be, and the little tangle with Scott there, this isn't going to be a very quick lap to have actually scored or manoeuvred an undercut here, I don't think. Eddie comes out the pits on the hard tyres. Adam's still going to come out in front of us. Super annoying, that. Oh man. So that hasn't worked in our favour. I think Adam was on the soft tyres. However, Eddie is on the hards, as we saw. So he might just be doing one lap and then straight in. He might be doing a couple. We'll not be on them too long, I wouldn't have thought. And hopefully I can catch up to Adam while he tries to get past. Eddie, I'm hoping that he lands on to the back of him at a pretty awkward spot on the track. There you go, Brian with 3% fuel on the medium tyres. Adam's almost already past Eddie. That's what we're after there, a nice awkward part of the track. Just for me to try and close this gap a little bit. Eddie straight into the pits. One lap on the hard tyres. Doesn't want to be on them any longer than he needs to be. We try and close the gap to Adam here now. 41.9. Who's this coming out of the pits then? Is this Brian? Certainly is. Lovely stuff. Right onto the back of him then. That is what we wanted. That is absolutely what we wanted. Let's not discount Eddie, but we got P2 and 3 right in front of us here. Strategies are starting to have some slight gaps in them and overlaps. Brian's gone into the pits a couple of laps later than us and things like that, but so it's not necessarily all about track position at the moment and where we find ourselves right now. Definitely good for us that those two are there scrapping, because they can just stay a couple of seconds in front of us. We can just kind of run our own race behind them and fuel save a little bit, all the rest of it. to be a question of how many laps can we actually get out of these soft tyres. I don't think it's going to be as many as Carlos has managed to eke out of them. Carlos got that many laps out of the softs, I just do not know. And to always be gaining time on us as well, that was the mad thing. Cannot work that out. Sliding there a little bit. Dropping off to the guys in front now. They're starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Feel like I maybe need to have a little bit more confidence and faith in what the tyres are able to deliver. I'm kind of tiptoeing around on them a little bit. not doing too great on these, I don't think. I might only get like, I feel like another lap out of them at the most. Mercedes has always been pretty brutal on its tyres, definitely seeing that at the moment. What's crazy though is that they're still I'm still setting faster lap times than I was on the mediums. So I've got to go by the lap times on the board. And they're still quicker at the moment. They're just not as comfortable to be driving. Say 42s. I mean, we were doing high 42s, 43s on the mediums. This might end up being the in lap. Adam comes in now. I'm going to do the same. This is where I'm going to get. Let's go for it. Let's do 3 laps on the hard tyre. In fact, no, let's do the remainder on the hard tyre. Let's go. Let's take a gamble here. I'm going to plan to do the remainder on the hard tyre. It just depends how awful it actually is, which is going to be pretty awful. But if everybody else does an extra pit stop, and that's 30 seconds, realistically, am I going to make up sort of 3 seconds per lap on the soft tyre? Doing another 9 laps? Probably not. But versus my pace on the hard tyres at the moment, probably. I've also filled up way too much fuel. No. No. I'll start making all mistakes. This is where my race now basically runs away. I think Carlos has got this spot on. Oh no, he's into the pits now. What's he going to do? Is he going to do 1 lap on the hards? See what he does here. I've got a really tough choice now. I actually think I'm going to stay out and take the gamble. I just need to drive super smooth on these hards, not make too many mistakes. Carlos out front here. If he's going to go... So I saw that Brian only fueled 18%. I don't know. I don't think that would take him to the end of the race. I presume he's just going to do a couple of laps on the hard and then straight back onto the soft. But looking at the gap in my lap times at the moment, I don't think if I'm going to do another 8 laps that I'm going to make back a pit stop. I just can't see it. So it might just be that I'm aiming for a decent P4 here at the moment because we've got big gaps either side. I'm only going to gain if these guys are on a different strategy. I'm going to go into the pits, and even then I will have to defend a lot to try and make that work. But I think they are going to go till the end. It does look that way. The mistake that I have made is that I filled up way too much fuel. And that's what put me at a big gap behind Adam. And then we've also had the overlap of strategies and stuff anyway, but I'm committed to this strategy now. I don't understand Brian fueling to 18%. That's the one that I don't quite get at the moment. There we go, someone into the pits. Can't see who it is, but I can see someone's in. I'm going to take a look. It's Brian. There we go. Right, good stuff. So hopefully that means we can jump him. He's refueling now as well. So he's probably going to come out the pits. What will it be? About 8 seconds behind us, 9, 10 seconds behind us. 14, 15 seconds behind us. Fantastic. We could have the podium here, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up. We're going to have enough. It's probably going to be 7 laps. He only needs 2 seconds a lap. Quicker than me. But then he's got to get past me, so if I can just try and defend just a little bit. And not drive like this. See how much time he gains there though, look at that. Just constantly watching that number. The gap to Brian. Just realised the gap to Adam there. Surely he has to pit. How come it's 29 seconds? Where's that come from? All of a sudden. Or will it reset when I go across the line here? I can't work that out. I don't know how I've only just noticed that there. How does that work then? Will this? Does that mean Adam's still got to pit? I wonder if it does. Surely not. Surely not though. Or has that gap just increased and increased and increased because I'm on the hard tyres and he's gone for another run on the softs? I'm not quite sure at the moment. There's a chance that that's just kept constantly increasing and I just have not noticed. Brian, 8.3 now. .2, 7.1. He's going to keep closing and closing and closing. Adam just has to be due another stop. He has to be. He has to be. He has to be. I'm actually closing to Carlos somehow. I've got no idea how. I wonder if he's having to fuel save quite a bit or something like that. But I do have to say, although I cost myself a bit of time in the pit stop, the advantage is I do not have to worry about fuel. Right, there's Carlos there. Can I actually chase him down here? That's going to be the challenge, I think. I was constantly sliding there. I don't know if you could quite see on the stream, but I'm trying to close down Carlos all the time. Brian is trying to close down me behind. Tell you where this will make a difference as well. We were talking about it right at the start. Track like the Nurburgring, whether or not you land and cross that line before or after it hits zero, and therefore are required to do kind of that extra lap, and where that sort of sits. Brian 2.2 now. 0.5 to Carlos. I could actually have Carlos here, potentially. There's Brian right behind me now. I'm not going to be able to hold this up, I don't think. I thought he was in the McLaren. I've just realised it was the Renault. Adam's got to pit now. Adam's got to pit. There he is. There we go. Thank God for that. Right. How is this going to work here? He's still going to come out in front, but he's refueling now. 21%. Out he comes on the hard tyre. He's still out in front. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Well played, Adam. Well played. Carlos is the podium that I want now. .8. .6, 2.5. 2.4, 2.3. 'So it is actually going to end up being 2 more laps. This one, 0, and then cross the line. .8 to Carlos now. Come on, we're closing this gap. This is what we want. Problem I've got now is Carlos will do a mega job of defending as well. This is it then, final lap. I've got to absolutely go for this podium now. Carlos knows where I'm going to try and get the move done as well. He knows it, he knows it. No. Carlos, what a race. What a race. Oh, just missed out on the podium there. Missed out on the podium by 6/100ths of a second. Oh man, fair play, mate. That was mega. Fair play to Adam as well. Oh bloody hell, Brian won. I just assumed that Adam had won. I didn't think that Brian would have been able to catch that gap. There you go. It shows the difference of doing the extra stint on the softs. I considered it realistically in my head. I'd kind of assumed that was the quicker way to go. It just felt like a little bit of a gamble, but it was worth doing in the end. I'm not sure what Carlos was running there then. I'm assuming he was on the hard tyres because I wouldn't have had pace with him otherwise. And possibly having to save on fuel a little bit as well, maybe. I don't quite know. I stupidly over-fueled. And just hadn't really done the maths very well and just assumed I needed to go to a full tank, but I didn't really. And we've missed out on the podium by 6/100ths. That is absolutely top stuff though. Really, really, really enjoyed that. What a race. Congrats to Brian as well. I really wasn't expecting him to be able to catch up and make up that gap. But that was mega. What a race. What a race. Well, fair play, Brian. I had to run mix 4 at the end, right? That explains it then. That explains it. I thought you had too big a gap for Brian to catch there in those last couple of laps, but yeah, that would do it. Oh, man. Unbelievable. But what a mega race. Really, really enjoyed that. P7 up to P4, not too shabby. Realistically, always easy to say at the end, but could have been battling between Adam and Brian really for the win there had I have actually gone on to the soft tyres, but who knows. Carlos says I had damage there. Let me know if that last corner was what's he say? Was a bit filthy. I'll step to P4. I will get people to take a look at it. I think it was fair enough in my eyes, to be honest, though. I think it was fair enough. I would take, from P7, I will happily take P4. Sadly, not the win that we wanted, or not the podium that we wanted, but that was not too shabby for a first race. We got Nurburgring up next, which I definitely need to do well around there. It's just always a little bit of a gamble. Need to really sit and work backwards against that hour and really try and cross the line at the right time, because that will make a massive difference. You will see people that will be running seconds before the line with not much fuel or tyres left, and then ending up having to do another lap and being really stuck. But otherwise, not too shabby, I say. Not too shabby. There we go then. We'll be back tomorrow. I haven't seen the races yet, but we'll be back tomorrow night for our usual live stream. Monday night live stream, looking at the dailies. I can't remember when. It's in the calendar, or the calendar rather is in the description, I should say, for the next set of races. But the next one is the 6th of August, so a couple of weeks off. Then we got the Nurburgring, and then we got 2 on the bounce. The 13th, the week after, Interlagos. Week after that, Brands Hatch, and then round 7 to finish us off. A couple of weeks gap, 10th of September at Tokyo Outer Loop. So there we go. That is our calendar. That is our races. I'm 2 races down, 2 races behind due to work and everything else. But if I can try and climb back up there somehow, I will be mega happy with that. So I hope everyone's enjoyed it. We will say good night to everyone there, and I shall catch you all hopefully tomorrow night for the dailies. Looking forward to it. What a great race. Catch you all in a bit. Toodles.